likes House of Monsters. Today we're going to be talking about something special. And no, we're not going to be talking about the art of resurrection after what happened last week. Yes, I'm alive. Just barely. Today we're going to be celebrating the legacy of a true icon, Mr. Haruo Nakajima. 8 years ago yesterday we lost him. And today we're going to be giving him a kaiju-sized tribute. Now, if you're a Godzilla fan, you've probably seen the iconic monster stomping around the screen. But did you know that behind every giant roar and mighty step was a real-life hero? Haruo Nakajima. The guy wasn't just a suit actor. He was the man who made Godzilla move and feel real. He was Godzilla. He played Godzilla in over a dozen movies. Aside from that, he also played Rodan, Mogira, Varan, Baragon, Gyra, King Kong, and many monsters from the Ultra series. Talk about dedication. And honestly, I think Nakajima's work set up the gold standard for all the monster suit actors that followed. With limited visibility, Nakajima had suffered near drowning, heat exhaustion, burns, and knocked unconscious. The man sacrificed it all for the audience's entertainment. So with that said, let's take a little trip back in time.
Time travel!
Well, at least in our minds. To the 1950s and the 1960s, where Godzilla was starting to become a household name. And you know what? Back then, the toys weren't as fancy as they are now, but they definitely captured the essence of the mighty creature. These are some of the first Godzilla toys produced in Japan, and they are seen in 1971's Godzilla vs. Hedorah. This is the 1966 Marusan figure, classic, simple, and just full of personality. This is the Bullmark, much beefier than the Marusan figure. Even though this bears the same resemblance as the one in the film, this is a reissue, not an original. These guys are like tiny pieces of history, and they remind us of Nakajima's big impact on the character. Alright guys, you ready for another top 10? I am. I present to you the top 10 Haruo Nakajima figures, or should I say items, in my collection.
House of Monsters!
Well, I hope you enjoyed my top 10 items of my Haruo Nakajima collection. Now, we're going to get into the autograph stuff. Let's check it out.
Welcome to Mike's House of Monsters!
Alright, first autograph. This is a behind-the-scenes photo of Haruo Nakajima in Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. I got this the first time that I met him at Chiller 2014. There's probably the most notorious photo out there of him. Next up, I'm not going to unroll the whole thing. This is the other autograph that I got from him at Chiller 2014. It's, if you can see it, it's a reprint of the 1956 Godzilla King of the Monsters, the US version. Too bad it wasn't on an actual original poster. Oh! Got a New York Comic-Con print by Shinji Nishikawa. It's signed by Satsuma, Nakajima, Kitagawa, Nishikawa, the artist of this, and Yoshida. It's a very beautiful print. It is the Haruo Nakajima Monster Photo Book. It's just a bunch of photos of Nakajima behind the scenes back in the day filming movies. Got his signature right there. As you can see. Lots of cool photos. Alright, I don't want to spoil all the fun. If you ever come across this book, if you ever come across this book, buy it. This is the Chiller 2014 Nishikawa print, signed by Satsuma, Nakajima, Kitagawa, and Nishikawa. I believe this was a hit at Chiller, and they sold out quick. This print was painted by Bob Eggleton. As you can see, Nakajima, Satsuma, and Kitagawa, and Bob Eggleton down here. Probably my favorite print out of them all. Next up, we got a couple more exclusives. These are really cool and they're very sought. Let's check these out. These are the Funko Pop Godzillas, signed by all four suit actors, Nakajima, Satsuma, Kitagawa, and Yoshida. They're both from Toy Tokyo. They're limited editions. I believe these were signed at New York Comic Con one of those years. I'm not sure what year, but they're pretty cool. They're very limited. This one's very colorful. This one's a black and white variant, I believe. Next up, this is probably one of the most iconic Godzilla pictures, poses that you see of Godzilla, of him biting on the train. This is the X Plus Train Biter. It's a black and white variant. Nakajima did sign this. Sadly, it wasn't along the tail, but it was on the bottom of the base right here, as you can see. It is a really cool X Plus figure. Wow! This thing is amazing. This is the Mega House Godzilla 1964 puppet. I had Haruo Nakajima sign this at Monster Mania in 2015. At the very bottom, can't really see it that well probably on camera, but it's there. How you doing today, Godzilla?
I'm doing good. What's this camera doing over here? Why is it recording me?
You're a special guest on Mike's House of Monsters.
Oh, cool. What's up, Kaiju fans?
Overall, it's a pretty cool puppet. So never in my life I thought I'd meet the original suit actor who played Godzilla. In, I believe it was fall of 2014, Haruo Nakajima and the other Godzilla suit actors have been announced as guests for Chiller Theater. Talk about freaking out. My best friend Joe and I, we had to go. It was mandatory. We had to. So, I've only fanboyed twice my entire life. The first time was with Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace, brother. And the second time was with Haruo Nakajima. So I'm waiting in line, and I finally step up to his table, and I couldn't say a word. I was definitely starstruck, and I was certainly nervous. So with this cheesy smile, I could only watch as he signed my 8x10 photo of my King of the Monsters reprint poster. I got a picture with him, and I could only say thank you. So by the time I got to the signature room, I feel like I had wasted my only opportunity to tell him more. I told myself, if there's a next time, I'm not going to allow myself to be nervous to say more. And sadly, the next time I met him, we're under different circumstances. So, May 22nd, 2015 was probably one of the darkest days of my life. It's a day that crushed me. I lost my best friend Joe, and he was like my brother to me. I was having a really hard time dealing with his death, and I thought maybe, going to G-Fest that year and doing a tribute with his family would ease my pain. Sadly, it didn't do much. I just ended up in tears, and I felt like a fool crying in front of everybody. Right after G-Fest, there's a convention in New Jersey. It's called Monster Mania Con. They usually have a bunch of horror celebrities in attendance. So they announced that Haruo Nakajima and a few of the other Japanese guests were going to be in attendance. Obviously, I'm going to go. So fast forward to the show. Fast forward past the autograph signing. There's a private dinner for the Japanese guests with limited seating for fans. I happened to get in for that dinner, thank God. Once we finished up with the food, I got Nakajima alone. And I don't know if he understood me, but I said to him, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have met my best friend. He passed away a few months ago. And I want to thank you for everything that you've done. I believe Sono, his daughter, translated what I said, and he looked very sad. We exchanged a big hug, and I said to him, I love you. Thank you again. Telling the original Godzilla that he brought two people together for an incredible friendship and getting a hug from him was a real tearjerker. It's always going to be one of those biggest memories that I have of him. And that was the last time that I've ever seen Nakajima in person. When he passed away in 2017, like everybody else, I was in shock. The tears didn't come yet, but they came eventually. I miss him. I really do. I wish he was still with us. I wish he attended another convention just to say thank you one more time. Haruo Nakajima, he isn't just a name. He's a hero that showed us that even with passion and hard work, you can make a giant monster just leap off the screen and into our hearts. I've got such a soft spot for this M1 figure, and every time I see one, I think of the man who made it possible for everybody. And so today, let's celebrate Haruo Nakajima, a true pioneer, a hero behind the screen, and a man who gave life to our favorite monster. His legacy stomps through every toy, every film, and every fan's heart. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today. Alright guys, thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Mike's House of Monsters. Comment, subscribe to my channel. Comment under the comment section what's your favorite Haruo Nakajima moment, whether it be Godzilla, War of the Gargantuas, Rodan, etc. And what is your favorite Haruo Nakajima based figure? Until next time, keep on collecting.
Mike's House of Monsters! Yeah! It's a cool place to be! Mike's House of Monsters!